Hi, I'm Awkwafina, and today I'm going behind the looks with Who What Wear. Oh man, just shout out to Canal Street, y'all. Um, yes, yes, it is what it is. It is what it is. Who What Wear. We get it. All right. There's a lot of things going on. I still have those pants, and you know what's sad? They do not fit anymore. Which is like, it's like, really, did I outgrow them that much? Loved this look. I loved. First of all, working on this movie, I thought Constance, this character, always wore just the most ridiculous, the most ridiculous. I mean, that hat. Oh man, everything, and that gigantic bag of money that she just stole. Hair looks great. God, I miss that. I miss those times. That was a really fun time. That's Constance's, I think, one of her very last looks when they're getting away with the heist. Spoiler alert, they get away with the heist. I have never worn clothes that was so comfortable on a set like this, surrounded by people that are not wearing comfortable things. You know what I mean? This was a really fun look. It was so comfortable. Like I said, loved the bunnies. And I don't know the logic behind what Penguin was supposed to be going for. I don't, the blonde wig, even that, I was like, really, John, really? But it's just her. I don't know. It's like everything got thrown on and it just kind of makes sense and it doesn't, I guess. I literally got away with wearing pajamas for like half this movie in Malaysia, Singapore, which, in the summertime is very hot. So, I won. It's tight. Yeah. Shout out Remakra. I actually wore Remakra to the Ocean's 8 premiere too. I have huge fans of Remakra. This dress, when I first saw it, looked to me like some kind of cupcake or something. And I really liked that idea. I love the dimensionality of it. But on this night was a very emotional night for me. It was one of my first big premieres. And I knew that we were celebrating something that, obviously meant so much. The first time I put on this dress with the hair and makeup, I just remember there was this moment of looking in the mirror. And I usually don't ever say things like this, but I really did feel like a princess. All right. So I'm sorry. Like that's a horrible. But no, there was something about like the whole look, the night, the emotions. I never saw myself in that light. And it really was like this whole look and the dress and the night. I felt like for the first time in my entire life, something like that. I won't say that word, but something like that. So there's a lot going on with this. And I remember having the conversation with Lulu and like really kind of breaking down the logistics, which is that Billie obviously has to rush over to see her family. And in that process doesn't pack a lot because she has no idea how she's going to be there. She has one suitcase that you can see pretty much. So we knew how much clothes realistically is in that suitcase. Does she have a lot of shoes with her? Does she have a lot of did she bring a lot of outfits? She's kind of panicking. So she didn't bring a lot of outfits. So this is the main one. This is like the wedding look. And I think what was cool about it's one of these like kind of rushed wedding looks that I think a lot of women go through when you go to a wedding that maybe like, it's like, it's just like, well, here's a skirt. I have a shirt, no pockets here. So I mostly kept my cell phone in the back part of my underwear with my sides, put some Twizzlers in there, maybe some bread. So that's all going on. That's kind of on the back of the show. You see the front of the show right now, but no pockets on that skirt. I had a pocketbook, but I figured why not use the back part of my underwear. Also, hey guys, I missed them. Growing up, I really didn't wear dresses a lot, right? But ever since I started to do this kind of stuff, and especially working with Erica, it really does come down in the fittings to like a suit look or a dress look. For this, it was, I really thought I was going to wear a dress, but there was something about this suit that I felt like, most importantly, I could run. Like I could really create distance between my legs as I run. Because there's nothing like having kind of a gown and then you try to run and it's just kind of like this, and you're wearing Havaianas. And at that point, the night's been over. The color of it, I think like the brilliance of it, like in terms of just the shine, it really does stand out. And I thought there was, you have power suits, but this was like a different kind of power suit. I really felt like, yeah, on it, just like, I want to punch a wall, I don't know why I felt that. But this situation too was great because, if you have a little bit of a clams casino, you just kind of, dab yourself. This is one of the coolest outfits I think I've ever worn in a movie, only because when I put it on and it's all of its layers, I really felt like I was in Jumanji. Like, these are costumes that are created like I really don't know for what other context than this world of Jumanji. So there's so many layers. This was our winter outfit, obviously, and that you'd think is like a lot. That's real snow. I think we're in Calgary in the dead of winter at the time, and I really wasn't sure that my costume would be enough to keep me warm, because I usually have these like kind of set coats, but that was a really warm snow costume. So I thought it was really cool that it was like, you have this costume that's also actually designed to keep you comfortable. Many layers. I think my shoes had like 3 layers of like socks and all this other stuff. That belt, not sure the purpose. It's kind of one of those 2000s belts that just kind of they're just sit there. They don't go through any notches. And I love that pocket. Again, I put all kinds of things in there. I put some Twizzlers. I stick my sides. This was a very special night. This was my first Met Ball. I went with an amazing designer, Altazara, who was like my date, and who also is the best date, should I say. He sticks with you, never goes far, is very good at introducing, very good nunchi when you do introduce him. So shout out, I love you so much. This theme was camp. And, you know, I didn't understand what a gold look would necessarily mean, especially that kind of gold. I couldn't really visualize it even in the sketches. When I saw it in real life, I was like, this is fire, dude. And the best part is they were matching gold boots. And they were boots that were not that high. So I wasn't like suffering the whole night. I could literally run from one end of the carpet to the other. I wouldn't have embarrassed him like that, but I could have sprinted. And many people, you know, compared to a Ferrero Rocher, and I'll take it because it's a luxurious candy. Do I resent it? Yes. Will I take it? And are they delicious? Yes, as well. Oh, wow. So this was a very special occasion. As you can see in this, I am so nervous and like, what am I doing here? What am I doing? I could just feel the nerves off my face. Dior made this amazing look. I was blown away by it. However, the look did not have a jacket. So this is a sleeveless kind of number, which was very, very beautiful. But so I don't usually wear sleeveless. So we decided to take a jacket from another look and just put it on. At the time, I think we're just kind of experimenting, but when on, it made this look kind of like, it just like brought it to like another place. Then without it, it's beautiful. But yeah, so that's what that was. And very nervous. So I really loved working with Kim. I think Katie was one of the funnest, if that's a word, characters to kind of build. And what we did know at the very beginning is that like she is eclectic, you know, like, and so it was really a lot of vintage tees, a lot of really cool finds that are kind of funny. Some of the ones that we pulled early on. And I guess we landed on this because these pants kind of like appeared out of nowhere. And I remember seeing them on the rack and being like, that's such a crazy color. Like I can't, you know, and I tried them on and I remember thinking like, these are really cool pants. I probably won't be able to wear them in the movie. They're very loud. I don't really know what the deal is. I did notice that they're a bit of a pooch, right? So I would turn around and be like, oh, that's a pooch, you know? And so I think that's where we really like the idea of like fanny packs. In Australia, they call them bum bags. So I call it bum bag, but we like the idea of that. And I was like, oh, well, you know, if there's a pooch, maybe we can, you know, get that fanny pack on there. And it was my idea, but, and so that's what that is. And I'd keep all of my, like my sides and everything in there. I keep, you know, like, you know, I'd overstuff it. It really was just like about to explode. And the coat I thought was a really cool kind of like, I think it's a kind of a one of a kind for this. And yeah, I think it just really describes like Katie's whole San Francisco, like eclectic style. Big shout out to Erica Cloud. She literally keeps me together in all this. And think of a premiere look, it's actually a very intense process because you're getting really amazing things from like amazing people. But I find what it comes down to is that, you know, every look, every piece of clothing, you never really can tell what it looks like on the rack versus what it looks like on your specific body. I had a lot of really cool outfits this time, and we didn't originally even really plan for this to be what it ended up being, but we tried it on. And I think, you know, when you're picking something out for your body, and especially for events like this, you want to look at like shapes, right? Like you want to look at like what makes, you know, like what's a cool shape that elongates and stuff. And there's something really cool about like the kind of like the cummerbund here. I loved the collar, and I kind of liked just like the kind of like flowiness of it. So yeah. Thank you, Who What Wear. I hope you enjoyed going behind the looks with me, Awkwafina.